Hello everyone and welcome to another channel update. This one for May 2025. And I just realized that it's been exactly 6 months since I've done one of these. And this is actually the first update that I've done this year somehow. How in the world the time has flown by that fast, I have no idea. But here we are and it's already almost June. What the heck? I hope you guys are all doing well. Things have been super crazy for me lately. I think this year has been the busiest and most unpredictable year I have had in a long time. And that has definitely affected my channel. So, I thought you guys should know the state of the channel right now and what's coming up in the near future. I'll be talking about my current series and where they are and where they're going. And I'll be talking about The Last of Us TV show, Season 2. And also, I will be talking about future series that may be coming up soon, but not necessarily in that order. But first, I'm going to talk about me for a minute. So, I'm just going to be real with you guys right now and tell things like it is because, to be honest, it's been kind of rough for me this year so far. At least for the last 3 months or so, for many different reasons, or rather, all of the reasons adding up. um, the most basic thing is that my family has taken on several extra commitments outside of our normal routine this year, and it's been a challenge integrating them all. I feel like I don't have time to do anything anymore, and on top of that, the last couple months have been planting season here. And so every spare moment I have has been spent outside getting my huge garden prepped and planted, and I'm almost done with that. But even that has been extra hard this year because of my personal health issues. I think I've mentioned in other videos before that I have had chronic health issues since before I started the channel. The worst of that is mostly behind me, though. Back then, I used to be pretty much bedridden most of the time, and I was like that for about 5 years. But for the last 7 or 8 years, I've been mostly recovered. However, I do still have bad days. And whenever I get stressed or overtired or I have too much on my plate for a long stretch of time, and also sometimes for no apparent reason at all, then my issues will flare up again, and that will pretty much leave me in bed for a day or two, sometimes even up to 4 days in a row, depending on how soon I can get the treatment I need. Usually, if it happens on a weekend, I have to wait until the weekend's over before I can go to the doctor. But during those times when I'm down like that, I just can't work, not even at my desk making videos. I just feel too awful. And so, since I've been extra busy this year and my life has been a little more stressful than usual, my issues have been flaring up pretty frequently. And that means that I haven't been working on my videos as often as I need to in order to get them out at decent times. Probably a lot of you have noticed that they've been late frequently. Well, that's why. In fact, Dragon Age was late this week. It was supposed to come out on Sunday, and this actual channel update was supposed to come out on Saturday, but I wasn't able to get them out in time because I wasn't feeling well for several days in a row. And often when videos are on time, it's because I recorded and edited them literally at the last minute. I feel bad about it, but there's not a lot I can do to help it. I just don't feel well enough to put them out in a timely manner a lot of the time. And it's not just my not feeling well that's the issue. It's also motivation. When I go days or weeks not feeling well and not being able to work on my stuff, things start piling up, right? And so when I do feel well, I've got a mountain of stuff waiting for me to do, and I can't do it all. And that makes me overwhelmed, and that kills my motivation to do any of it. But, I press on because I don't have a choice. Stuff must get done. But when the chips are down, it's the channel that suffers because, well, that's just the way it has to be. Because my family and my health come first, and then my garden and my real life commitments come second, and the channel is last because it's a hobby. It doesn't pay the bills, not by a long shot. But that doesn't mean I don't care about it. I love this channel and I love what I do here. But even the things you love can be a burden sometimes. And lately the channel has kind of felt like a burden. Simply because it's been just one more straw on this camel's back. And I don't want it to be that straw that breaks me. And so I have to take it easy with the channel. And if that means that videos are late occasionally, or if I don't put an Ellie's Tale episode out this month, then that's the way it has to be. I'm not going to apologize for it, but I did want you guys to know how things are so that you're not wondering and thinking I'm just a slacker or something. Anyway, enough about my problems. I'm sure that's way more than you guys wanted to know anyways. So, let's talk about the channel now, okay? And about how it's going and where it's going. So, we're still on the same schedule that we were on last time I made an update. With Dragon Age Origins and Starfield alternating every weekend and an Ellie's Tale episode roughly every month or so. However, Dragon Age Origins is coming to an end soon. There's only one more episode left after this one that just came out. I've got that one recorded already, but there will be a Starfield episode first. And after that, after the last episode has been published, I'll be moving on to Dragon Age Awakenings, which technically is still Dragon Age Origins. Awakenings is just an expansion, a really big DLC. Kind of like Far Harbor is for Fallout 4. But it's got mostly new characters and a completely new setting and main quest. And so it feels like a whole new game. So I kind of treat it as such. I'll even probably make a new thumbnail for it so it's differentiated from the main game. But I'm really looking forward to playing it because I haven't played it as many times as the main game. I think I've only played it twice, and it was a long time ago, and I don't remember a lot about it. So that will be fun to play that again. And I keep getting asked, when am I going to play the new Dragon Age game, Veilguard? But that won't be for a while still, since I do plan on playing all of them in order. And, well, it took me 2 years to play Dragon Age Origins at 2 episodes per month, so I can imagine it's going to take me quite a bit of time to get to Veilguard since I need to play Awakenings, and then Dragon Age 2, and then Inquisition first. That sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Sounds like a long time. I do want to do it, but at the same time, it doesn't get a lot of views on the channel. In fact, my Dragon Age content gets less views than any of my other videos consistently. And when I mean less, I mean like a lot less. Very considerably less views. Minuscule amount of views. I guess just not a lot of people are interested in watching me play a really old game like that. I don't know. I get it though. I mean, most people subscribe for my Fallout content, and that's fine. And, I'm perfectly fine with not actually finishing Dragon Age and then moving on to something else, if most of you guys would rather I do that. Back when I originally decided to play the entire series, I was uploading videos way more often, and I never thought it would take this long to finish the first game, and the views have definitely dropped a lot since the series started. I want to play stuff that you guys actually want to watch. But to be honest, most non-Bethesda games don't get a lot of views on my channel. They never have, no matter what it is. Like, Red Dead or Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us, Uncharted. None of those games got very many views compared to Fallout. And I've accepted that. I accepted that a long time ago. So I mostly do it just because I enjoy playing the games, and it gives me something to upload in between the Ellie's Tale episodes, since I can't make those very fast. And I don't have time to play games any other time. I make time for the channel, but I don't usually make time for just me playing games for fun. So if I want to play a game, chances are I won't actually be able to unless I do it for the channel. So it's sort of an outlet for me. But anyway, for now, I am going to continue with Dragon Age Awakenings, and we'll revisit this topic once I'm done with that, and then we'll go from there, yeah? Maybe I'll do a poll or something to see if you guys still want me to play the rest of the Dragon Ages, so we'll see. So, moving on, let's talk about Starfield now. My series is still going, obviously, and as of right now, I am taking a bit of a break from the main quest while I work on side quests and faction quest lines. So, there's something about Starfield, you guys. It's fun to play, but boy is it annoying sometimes. If you watch my Let's Play, you know how much it annoys me. It's so unimmersive and unrealistic. Sometimes I just don't know what to do with it. I'm like stuck in this weird place of both loving and hating it. Of both wanting to keep playing it and wanting to rage quit. It's the kind of game that I can really get into and get addicted to when I'm playing it all the time. But when I'm not playing it regularly, it's easy to forget about it and not miss it. Does that make sense? I'm curious if you guys have experienced that at all with this game. Back when I first started playing Starfield, my life was a bit different, and I had way more time to make videos, and so I was uploading episodes more often, and I was also recording quite a few episodes in advance. So I was playing Starfield pretty much every day for even like up to 3 or 4 hours a day, and I loved it. You know, and I thought about it all the time between play sessions, and I couldn't wait to get back to it again. But now, well, my life is different now. I don't have as much time as I used to. And so I record a Starfield episode only when I need one. I don't have a backlog anymore. I don't record them in advance anymore. And so I play Starfield for 1 hour every other week. So 2 hours a month. And I have to admit that when it's time to record a new episode these days, it's not something I look forward to doing very much. But then once I actually start playing, I really enjoy myself, and I can see how easy it would be for me to get hooked on it again if I had time to play it more often. Even though it might not seem like that with all the ranting that I do, but the ranting shouldn't be an indication of whether I like the game or not. I just like to rant when little things bother me, even about things I like. And let's face it, Starfield is not perfect. But anyway, that is the long way of saying that I do have mixed feelings about Starfield at this point, and I'm not sure if I want to go on with it much longer. I don't know. I don't like ending series before I'm done with them. I think I've done that only one other time with Mass Effect Andromeda. And that was only because I just really did not enjoy playing that game at all. And to this day, I have not finished it even on my own. But I enjoy a Starfield a lot more than Mass Effect Andromeda. And so I'm not opposed to finishing the game if you guys really want me to. But I'm also not opposed to stopping if you'd rather I move on to something else. It's kind of a weird place to be. I don't think I've ever been in this kind of a place with a game before. I've always either loved the game and wanted to go the distance with it, or just hated it and, simply quit, right? But Starfield, I think this is the first time I've ever felt just kind of meh about whether I play it or not. Seriously, I'm perfectly fine continuing with it, and I won't be bored if I do, but I'm also perfectly fine moving on to something else. So I would like to know what you guys think. And don't tell me you do you, or just do what you want. It's your channel, because apparently I have no opinion on the matter. So do you guys want me to finish Starfield? Or would you rather move on to something else? Or maybe would you like me to speed up my Starfield playthrough and kind of just focus on the main quest until I finish it? And not do the side quests, or what? I don't know. And if I didn't finish it, then what else would I move on to? I honestly don't have any ideas at the moment. I'm just only just now mulling over this. So let me know your thoughts, you guys, and we can discuss it in the comments below, yeah? Okay. Now for Ellie's Tale. So, ever since I switched the schedule for Ellie's Tale to be one episode per month, I have managed to make that deadline each time so far. Even though it was tight there a couple times, I definitely need the full month to get it done. I'm usually just up to the wire with it. This month, however, I'm afraid there's not going to be one, for all of the reasons I already mentioned, having to do with my health and all, but also because of some technical difficulties that I had with my game that lasted for a couple weeks, and I couldn't record anything during that time because my game wasn't working properly and I needed to do a lot of troubleshooting. So, but the issue has been fixed finally, so I am finally recording again, but it's going to be a little while still before I get the next episode finished. It's not done being recorded yet. I've only recorded about half of it, and then I still have to edit it. But it is coming as fast as I can possibly get it done. I promise. I am working on that every chance I get. I probably won't start working on anything else until that's done, except for my regular, easy to make, like Starfield video. Yeah. Also, with Ellie's Tale, it is coming close to the end of season 2. At least episode-wise, it is. It's still got several episodes left, but we're definitely past the halfway point now. And I'm not sure exactly how many episodes are left, but I do know where I want to end season 2, and I can kind of guess how many episodes it will take to get there, more or less. So maybe 7 or 8. And since I upload only one episode a month, well, you can do the math on that one. The season finale won't be until winter, probably. So still a long way off time-wise, but episode-wise, pretty soon. And then once the season ends, I will be taking a break before I start season 3, since I want to try to build up a backlog for season 3 so that my recording and upload schedule isn't as stressful as it is now, and maybe I could upload them more often. I don't know. It's been a while since I had a backlog for that series, and I would like to get it back. I just haven't had time to lately. And it would be ideal anyway to have that. But I also have another cinematic scene to make for season 3, and those take a long time to do, so I do need the break just for that reason alone. But I don't want to just end season 2 and not have anything else to take its place. So that brings me to the next topic. Dink and I are working on something to keep you guys entertained until season 3 of Ellie's Tale starts. And no, it's not another season of Fallout 76, unfortunately. I definitely don't have time for that right now, and most of the guys don't have time either. All our schedules very much clash these days, so it would actually probably be impossible for us all to get together at the same time on a regular basis for recording right now, so Fallout 76 is still off the table at this point. No, what Dink and I are planning is something a little bit more casual. We've decided to get back into Ark again. Only this time Ark Survival Ascended, which is basically Ark Remastered. It's not a new game, it's just a prettier version of the original game with some changes and small additions. We're not going to be continuing our old playthrough that we already did on the channel a few years ago. We're going to start a completely new playthrough, and this one will be completely different from our old one. Last time, we focused a lot on building up our base and our boat and kind of prioritized that over exploring and taming things. So this time, we're going to focus on exploring and taming and not on building. And we're also not going to tame flyers right away, even after we're able to, so that we spend more time exploring on foot, since last time, as soon as we got flyers, we never touched the ground again. So it's going to have a lot more action and chaos, for sure, and a lot more of Dink getting eaten by things, so you guys can look forward to that. Neither of us has much time for recording as we used to, and less days where our schedules jive. In fact, we only have about 2 days a month where we're both available on the same day at the same time. So the only way it would work for us to do another series together is to start recording episodes way in advance of needing to upload them. So we've already started recording episodes. I think we've got 2 done so far, but I'm not going to start uploading them to the channel until after Ellie's Tale Season 2 is over in the winter. And by then, we'll hopefully have a large backlog of ARC episodes saved up. And I'll be able to upload them regularly without any interruptions, even if Dink and I can't meet for weeks at a time, which is very likely to happen. We just wanted it to be a casual, fun time and not at all stressful. So that's the reason for the huge backlog. But it can give you guys something to look forward to for after Christmas, yeah? I'm really looking forward to it. I've missed working with Dink since Fallout 76 ended, and it will be nice to get back out there together again. Okay, so last on the agenda today is The Last of Us Season 2, the HBO show. Some of you guys have been asking me if I was going to do a video review series on each episode like I did for Season 1. And obviously, I did not do that, at least not as they came out. I had decided I wasn't going to do that pretty much immediately after finishing my review of Season 1 because of how terribly stressful it was to make that series. Since I wanted to get each review out before the next episode of the show aired, I was killing myself to make those videos as fast as I possibly could. Like, it was a full-time job, really, and it was not easy because not only did they each require a ton of editing, I had to deal with copyright issues since I was using bits of footage from the episodes. So I was dealing with YouTube constantly, with my videos getting blocked and then having to fix them over and over. Sometimes YouTube would review my video and tell me it was all good and had no issues, and then a day or even a week later they'd change their mind and take it down, and I'd have to fix the video and remove what they had issue with and then upload it again, thus losing all of the views that the video got initially. It was so not worth the stress and the hassle of it. So there was no way that I am ever going to do that again. However, I didn't want to just not review the season because The Last of Us is my all-time favorite game, and I played both of them here on the channel, and so the show really means something to me. At least the first season did. I have some issues with the second season, as I had issues with the second game. However, the issues that I have with the second season aren't the same issues that I have with the second game, so I would like to talk about that. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about doing that just yet. I'm only just starting to wrap my mind around it now that the season is over. So I don't know if I'll make a separate video review for each episode like I did last time, only on a more leisurely schedule, or I might make just one big video talking about my favorite and least favorite parts of each episode altogether. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll make a series of topical videos. I don't know. Maybe you guys can give me ideas. But whatever I end up deciding, there will be some kind of review coming out eventually. I don't know how long it will take to get it done at this point, and that will obviously depend on how many videos I make too, and taking into consideration my life as it is right now. So it might be a while because I'm not going to kill myself trying to get it done as fast as I can. I'll just work on it when I can, and it will be out when it's out, okay? But I really do want to make it because it's a discussion on story and character, and those are two of my most favorite topics to talk about, especially since The Last of Us is one of my favorite stories and some of my most favorite characters. So there's that. I just really want to make the videos. Anyway, you guys, I think that is it for now. I'm just trucking along. It's not always easy, but I'm not giving up. I am so grateful for all of the support you guys show me. I really appreciate it. You guys keep me going for sure. People are always asking me what they can do to support the channel, and really liking and commenting on videos is the best thing that you can do, and watching the ads so I get the revenue. My videos don't get a lot of views or comments these days, and that makes YouTube not promote my videos as much as it used to. So I don't get as many new subscribers either, so like and comment as much as you can, because that will tell YouTube, the algorithm, to promote my videos more so that more people can see them. And if you want to do more than that, I do have a Patreon where you can support me monthly if you're able to do so, and you'll get your name in the credits of each of my videos. Or if you want to just make a one-time donation, you can buy me a coffee, and the links for those are in the description. Whatever you can do, whether it's donating to my Patreon or simply hitting the like button, I appreciate it so much. You guys are what keep my channel going. And as I always say, I just make the videos, but if no one watched them, my channel would be nothing. So thank you guys for just being here for me. It means more than you know. Anyway, that is all I have to say this time. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you down in the comments. So yeah? Until next time, remember to play safe, play nice, and have fun. Bye, guys.